Hey guys, Station X here, and today I want to do a little bit of a different kind of video because I figured, hey, let's just spice it up a bit. I had bought games a few weeks ago, and I kind of wanted to do a video game haul video. I should have probably done it when I got it, but I just kind of left it on the back burner, just didn't bother to do it, and it kind of took me a while to even add it to my shelf. What I do is have a list so that in case I'm missing something, because I have a lot of games, so I try to keep a list of games that I have to make sure not only do I not purchase the same game already that I already own, so I'm not the best at remembering that stuff, but I also do that as so that I know exactly where things are, where I have it, and all that nice jazz. And I just kind of forgot to add these until just, a few days ago. So I figured, hey, since before I put it on the shelf, I just make a video about it because they're still on a pile on my on my table over here. And so I figured I'd just show you guys what I bought. Something I would do every now and then is, just to kind of give you guys an insight of stuff I buy, because I have a pretty big collection. I like to kind of show that off a little bit. But without getting a further ado into it, this is mainly Switch games. These are all the games that I have bought, and as you can see, it's mostly Pokemon. But let's get to the first two. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. These just came out, and they're remakes of older Pokemon games. Of course, people who enjoy Pokemon will probably already know that. But I'm fairly new to Pokemon games specifically because I'm not a big fan of RPG type of games, and Pokemon does fall into that category. I mainly liked the cards of Pokemon and a little bit of the TV show, but I never got into the games themselves. Maybe a few spin-offs here and there, like Pokemon Snap and Stadium, stuff like that. But as far as the main games where you go around collecting Pokemon, battling people, trading Pokemon, stuff like that, I'm fairly new to it. Very green, just not at all an expert in that field at all. But I figured that I would get a start. I have maybe one game that you would count as a mainline title game. It was Let's Go Pikachu. I played it a little bit, thought it was great, and so I figured this would be another one that would be very interesting to go into. And considering the fact that these originally came out on the DS, and I think it's pretty well known that the DS games, Pokemon games, are pretty hard to get and expensive. I mean, pretty much all the old Pokemon games from when it first came out to about the DS are really hard to find, and they're easily fakeable too. You can make a fake version of it, and that happens a lot with Pokemon specifically, because I don't know any other game people make fakes of, really, that's more synonymous than having Pokemon. And so, I figured I wouldn't really see that for a long time, because I figured it'd be kind of dumb for me to pay a lot of money for a series that I'm not super attached to as far as the games themselves. But here it gave me a way to actually buy these things. And so when I bought these games, I also bought them on sale a few weeks ago, because it was, the holiday season, they were doing sales and stuff. So I didn't pay full $60 prices for these. As you can see, I haven't opened them yet. It's just been very busy with just life things. But I figured I'd give these a shot. And why did I buy the two ones instead of just buying one? Because you notice I did that for Sword and Shield as well. Well, there was two reasons. One that's specific to this is that I actually bought the double pack thing, so you got 200 Pokeballs for that, which I thought was pretty nice. But also because I'm a collector. I like completing collections, as seen in my previous video of the Wii U collection. Eventually, at some point, I would love to have an entire Switch collection, which would be really cool, since Switch is one of my favorite consoles, period, because of the fact that it's portable and it's on a TV. It's something I've always wanted as a kid. And so these right here would be really nice just to add to that collection. Just having both of them and having to track down the other one would be just kind of a pain. I'd just rather have both of them here and now while they're both available. And that's kind of the same thing for Sword and Shield. So I bought these as well because I also just really like this generation of Pokemon. I know some people have mixed opinions and, either you love it or hate it sort of thing. But as far as the Pokemon cards go, I've really been enjoying the sets, both Evolving Skies, Darkness Ablaze, Vivid Voltage, things of that. We're not going to get into battle styles. I really don't like that one specifically. But Sword and Shield I thought was pretty cool, and so I would love to have experienced the game as well. And I figured, hey, gonna get one, I'm gonna get the other one. And speaking of my only Pokemon game that I ever owned, it was the Pokemon Let's Go game, specifically Pikachu, and I figured gotta get the other one because I also just really like Eevee as well. I have a friend who is just obsessed with Eevee, and he always told me to get this one instead of the Pikachu, and I was like, no, I'll just do Pikachu. Pikachu's more popular, I'll do that one. So I never got this one, but now I can complete it. Now I have pretty much most of the Pokemon games, with the exception of Mystery Dungeon and Pokémon Tournament. But that's because Pokémon Tournament I actually already have on the Wii U, so I didn't feel like I needed the Switch version at the moment. Although if you look at my Switch collection, I do have most of the Wii U games that were ported over. But eventually I'll probably get it. I just didn't want to get too many Switch games because it was already expensive, even though these were on sale. I just couldn't do it. It was just breaking the bank at that point. Now I have two other games that are not Pokemon, and that's Family Feud and Destroy All Humans. It's a very random combination. I could easily explain both though. Destroy All Humans was a game that was ported by THQ in order, as you can see here. They also did Stubbs the Zombie, and I really liked that game. I especially just never got to experience the originals of both of these. And I know specifically Stubbs the Zombie, that one was an Xbox exclusive. I'm not too sure if this one was, but it's a similar concept of you just kind of wreaking havoc on human civilization, which is kind of the games I find really funny. Like Maneater is another one on Switch that I really enjoyed. So just causing chaos in otherwise a perfect society, just, it's just such a weird thing, but I kind of find it funny. They always make some comic relief sort of thing. They make it really funny is what I'm trying to say. I know I'm not speaking it properly, but yeah, they just really do a good job of making me entertained while, making society collapse. And then Family Feud is another game where it's just, while the title clearly says family, that's why I bought it for it. My family's really big on Family Feud, and so my mom specifically enjoyed this game, so I figured I'd get something for the holidays to play with the family. Pretty much can't get any simpler than that. I just really wanted to have a party game that my mom and dad would be able to understand and not go, what's that, every 2 minutes. So that's pretty much all the games I got here the past few weeks. So pretty simple, just all Pokemon with the exception of these two. And I wanted to do a video like this just because I know I said it in the Wii U video that I was going to do things like that, like keep a video track of just collections and completing them, and I want to keep faith to that. I want to be faithful to that promise. It's just life things are happening right now, so being responsible with purchasing stuff is just kind of how you have to be right now. But I do still want to make these type of videos though, because I said I was going to do it and I want to do it. So I don't expect this to happen every single Wednesday, but I want to start posting these videos on Wednesdays. So every now and then, maybe a once a month sort of thing. Who knows? I'm not going to put a specific schedule on it, but I figured I'd just kind of give an update on that kind of thing. But that'll be pretty much it. I've been Station X, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.